So, in this video, we are going to talk about a nonprofit incubator that I attended through the GreaterSum Foundation. If you don't know what an incubator is, here's the Google definition. A nonprofit incubator is an organization that helps emerging nonprofit startups grow by providing resources, mentorship, and training in a supportive environment. These programs offer assistance with strategic planning, fundraising, and administrative tasks to help new nonprofits build capacity and become self-sustaining. While I was in the program, I had multiple modules that I participated in. There was nonprofit fundraising models, accounting, earned revenue, marketing, and how to pitch your nonprofit. Each lesson had videos and documents to read and review, then there was also group sessions on the topic. We also had separate and unique coaching sessions with various individuals they connected us with, like business law, money myth, and customer relationship management. I need to pause and say that I didn't even know something like this existed until our COO pointed it out to me. Now, ever since I've started the organization, I've been taking lessons and studying online and doing as much research as I can because, if I'm being honest, or if you've been following along, I've said it before, I didn't know what was going to happen with Plain Wellness. And it has taken off, as you have seen. I mean, just these last 2 years, we have made some tremendous growth. And a lot of the things I'm doing now, I've never done before. I've never run a business. I've never done accounting other than my own finances. I've never done graphic design. I've never had to deal with marketing, nothing like that. And because the mission has been taking off so fast, I felt like I was in catch-up mode, that I needed to get my knowledge up to a level that was worthy of the support that you were giving us. Or in other words, I feel that I need to be the best founder and president that I can for the organization. So when I found out that an incubator or even a program like this existed, I was jazzed, and I immediately applied, and I was over the moon when I found out that I was approved because I knew that it was going to drastically increase the knowledge that I have in all of these different topics. The program lasted for about 6 weeks, and it was a great experience. So I wanted to share some of that with you and share some of the knowledge that I gained and some of the aha moments, because I did learn that we are really in a good place, and now I just have words and terms and accounting ratios and stuff to show that we are sustainable and doing well as an organization. First, a very common misconception of nonprofits is that they don't actually profit. They do profit, and they should profit, and that is the only way they are sustainable, just like any business. What that means is that those profits aren't lining the pockets of administration, and most of the profits go back into mission operations. It also means that the organization cannot be taken and sold for money. So for example, I can't take Plain Wellness to some company and sell it to them and get rich, which I'm not going to do because this is my dream anyways. But I wanted to explain that first because a lot of what we learned in the incubator is money related. Earning money, earning revenue, managing money, all that kind of stuff. Now diving into the modules. Module 1 was about nonprofit fundraising models. Basically what it means is you want to have a balanced mix of revenue sources, and your primary funding sources should be focused on the most. You don't want to have too many that you're losing those connections. If you watched my last video, I talked about our finances and where we stood. I showed the different revenue streams that we have from donations, courses, merchandise, and events. This is a great balance of multiple sources, but we primarily focus on donations, courses, and events because they are bigger revenue streams for us. Module 2 was about accounting. This is a great one for when we look at sending reports to bigger donors and companies who may ask about specific ratios or percentages. Now that isn't to say I won't have to look at my notes, but I did learn a lot in this one, and I can always reference those and be able to pull whatever numbers and ratios that company may be looking for. Module 3 is earned revenue. This is another misconception that nonprofits shouldn't actually earn revenue, and as I said before, they should. This is how they ensure they are sustainable. This module talked about monetizing your services, like courses. We offer free courses to mission students, that is our mission, but we also have the option for students without a diagnosis to pay for our courses. This is monetizing the courses, and those students make it possible for us to pay our teachers, get materials for mission students, and offer more courses so we can give free courses. If you don't have multiple revenue streams or things monetized, then you have to fully rely on donations and grants, and that is tough and likely not sustainable. So this goes back to Module 1. Fundraising models have multiple revenue streams. Monetizing courses is one of our streams to ensure our sustainability so that we can continue operating for years on end. Module 4 is marketing. They talked about building a strong brand and creating a brand strategy. This one was pretty easy for us because there aren't other organizations like ours. A lot of what was covered is who is your audience, And how are you different from other organizations? Well, our audience is woodworkers, and we are the first of our kind. There is the Purple Heart Project, but they serve combat wounded veterans only, where we serve any adult or veteran with a diagnosis or disability. This includes mental health diagnoses and physical disabilities. And I don't know of any other organization that does what we do. The other area they talked about was trust in nonprofits. Credibility, transparency, and authenticity matter. We do share testimonials, financial reports, and pictures of the mission, but I need to get better at showing and sharing the after-course survey results and generate program impact reports. This is something that I'm going to work on in 2026. Module 5 was pitching your nonprofit. This module broke down how to form a pitch and tailor it to your audience. This was probably one of the biggest aha moments that I've had in a very long time, because I've been pitching Plain Wellness since the beginning, talking about it with people, explaining what we do and why we're awesome. I never thought about it before, but that is a pitch. And now I can format that into a formal pitch if I ever get to sit in the room with a big donor or a company and ask for a donation, which is something that I need to get better at. I am not good at the ask, but a lot of what I do now, that is my job. I have to get better at the ask. So overall, this was a fantastic experience, and I am going to keep an eye out for more programs and lessons like this so I can continue learning, because as the mission advances, my personal knowledge needs to advance as well. I feel like that's my duty as founder and president of the organization. So thank you for tuning into this video. Please check into the video tomorrow where we're going to talk about Hand Tool Haven and all the amazing, amazing things happening there. Thank you.